Yo, what is good, everybody? My name's the Coaster King, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new for 2020 B&M Hypercoaster, Candymonium or Candymonium, whatever you want to call it. They're new for 2020 B&M Hyper, going to Hersheypark. This is one of the most hyped coasters of the 2020 year, so definitely going to be interesting for you guys to see what I thought about it and where I think it ranks in my personal list. So, first things first, going into Hersheypark. This is actually my first time going to Hershey, so I liked how a lot of the park was like immersed into the town that it was in, obviously Hershey, Pennsylvania. And the thing that really stuck out about Candymonium specifically is this right here is a road view. You can really see Candymonium like right up next to you when you're on the road driving next to Hershey, and that was something awesome. It really towers over the entire town, and yeah, I was eating at Jersey Mike's and watching Candymonium do runs right next to me, something that was really awesome. And as soon as you enter the park, of course, that's the view you get. Absolutely amazing view, and obviously it's going to be my first ride. The drop looks awesome. I really like how the end part of the ride, the spaghetti bowl part, kind of interacts with the whole entrance and everything like that. At this point, it wasn't all done. They needed to do some grass work and of course the Kisses fountain, but it still looked awesome. Entrance was absolutely amazing, blew me away. I'm used to Great Adventures entrance, and that's not too good. So yeah, you guys can see right here, this is what they thought it was gonna look like. I mean, it looks pretty much like it. I think the actual entrance, like the ticket entrance, look a little nicer, but yeah, it definitely looks really nice. Definitely gonna wait until they actually finish up the grass work on it, and then we'll definitely get a good view of how it was. So with that being said, let's just get into the actual layout of the ride and what I thought about that. So starting off with the lift hill, one thing I did notice is that it was actually really steep and fast. Both things were interesting for me because obviously I've been on a lot of B&M Hypers, and this was the steepest lift hill at least, and the fastest one. That was pretty cool. And you crest over this drop, amazing view, and you go down the hill. This is the best B&M Hyper drop I've been on, period. Awesome drop. I went in the back row my first time, and you go over this airtime hill, get some great ejector airtime. A lot of B&M Hypers are known for the floater airtime, but that was interesting. I got more ejector too there. The turnaround was pretty cool. I did like how it almost like outer banked. That was really cool. And then that's one little downfall of the ride right there. Those trims, they definitely hurt the airtime. I think you would have got ejector airtime. But yeah, so you crest over these airtime hills, gets a good mix of floater and ejector airtime. Crest over this helix, which is pretty interesting, and this wave turn, which in my opinion is the best part of the ride. You get some good laterals, and then go into the worst of the two trims right there. Would I rather have the trims or the mid course? Probably the trims. But yeah, and then you go into the spaghetti bowl part, which is pretty much forceless, and back into that little area there, and boom, the ride's over. So yeah, that's the entire ride. Whether you think that's short or long, that's up to you, but I'm definitely going to get into what I thought about the length of the ride. It definitely has a lot of airtime moments, definitely really cool and unique B&M Hyper layout. So now to answer some questions that I had going into riding this ride, I'm just going to go through a few of my answers. So first of all, is it long enough? I don't think it's long enough. The trims definitely made it a little weird. It didn't really haul throughout the layout, and it definitely ended a little abruptly. I definitely would have liked it to be do a little more in that spaghetti bowl section, maybe do another whole helix, or finish off with a few more airtime hills. I just compare it to a ride like Nitro and say Nitro is a lot longer, and I did like that a lot. Next, is it different enough from Skyrush? I think it is. It does definitely obviously focus more on floater airtime, and I definitely think it does the job. Obviously it takes crowds away from Skyrush as well, so I did think that they did well in that capacity. And lastly, another question I had is it better than Skyrush? And you're gonna have to wait till my next review to see what I think about that. So some positive and negatives about the ride. So the positives are it's a massive ride, has a lot of great airtime. It's probably the second best airtime you're gonna get in the park. Kind of spoiler alert for the Skyrush review there, but yeah, so good airtime, one of the best in the park. Some negatives now, the trims definitely slowed it down. I did get one ride on my last ride actually in the front row where I didn't have trims on for some reason, at least on the first hill, and that was absolutely insane. Definitely made it a lot better, and it definitely pushed it up my rankings. So just for that, the trims kind of hurt the ride a little bit, and obviously the length is definitely a down factor there. Other than that, the ride is glossy smooth, amazing with the smoothness. It rides brand new. Obviously, it looks brand new, so that's really cool. Other things, if I had to compare it to a ride, I think it's like Mako. I think it's like Mako. If I had to compare it, I think that without the mid course, they're kind of experimenting with that almost. They're saying, should we do mid course, and then they put trims on it. I think they made it almost as bad as having mid course. So hopefully they can tone down those trims in the near future. But for now, my ride ranking for this ride is actually going to be number 6 in my all-time favorite roller coasters. This is number 6, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the review. Yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about Candymonium, if you've ridden it, and let me know also what you thought about my opinion and how I can do my reviews better in the near future. Stay tuned for Skyrush tomorrow. So Skyrush review tomorrow. Definitely love that ride.